Commissioner, I have a little bit of intel from a civilian.
Okay, tell me.
So, the mad scientist blew up the bridge.
Well, that had to be obvious.
The witch managed to delay the plan, but eventually failed. She and the mad scientist were caught in the explosion.
So, the mad scientist and the witch are dead?
We don't know. We weren't able to find any remains.
Did the civilian tell you where the mad scientist and the witch were standing?
He said that the mad scientist was standing in front of that red car, and the witch was standing under that tower.
Well, I guess they're both gone. This isn't good. Without the witch around, Vyond is going to have more chaos.
I'm surprised to hear you say that. A lot of other people have managed to protect the city from crimes.
Oh yeah. Every Christmas the mad scientist would terrorize and attempt to end Christmas, but the five fighters managed to stop him.
Looks like he won't be coming back next year.
I guess so.
Where you going?
I'm going to pay a visit to the crime fighters, tell them what we know.
Okay then.
A mad scientist named Dr. Madness, who was known to terrorize Vyond and attempt to end Christmas every time it came up, was caught in an explosion at the Vyond Bridge, which was believed to be his work. 3 cars were also caught in the explosion. As you can see right behind me, is one of those 3 cars. Veronica the witch was also caught in the explosion. It is unknown whether they are dead or alive, but are assumed to be dead. I feel quite nervous about the future. Veronica was like the guardian of the city. With her gone, we may be doomed of violence. But, with the mad scientist gone, Christmas will be safe again. Again, he is assumed to be dead. That doesn't mean he actually is, but let's hope so. Reporter Miles, signing off.
Hi. You must be Ron Kitley.
Yeah, I am.
Well, I'm James Cullies, the Commissioner of the Vyond Police Department. I want to let you know that we'll help you whenever you need it.
Did you search the bridge? Is Veronica okay? Is Dr. Madness dead?
Yeah, we did. We weren't able to find any remains. We don't know for sure if they're dead, but we assume they're both dead. I'm sorry. Even though we found nothing, there's no way they could survive that.
Well, she wasn't really good help. She just made it harder when it could be easy. I guess maybe she wanted others to save the day. By the way, we also found out who destroyed the ski.
Really?
Yeah, Dr. Madness created clones of me and my friends, also a vampire and a mummy. The vampire and the mummy blew up the ski. The clones shot the mayor in front of us. We were there when it happened, but they're all gone now.
Wow. Killing them all. I'm tempted to arrest you. But Connor did give you and your friends power above the law, and you used it wisely.
They weren't really people. Oh God, that's where Craig's house is.
Ah geez. Just what I need, a thunderstorm. I should get going before those cats and dogs make their way here. Here's my number. If you need anything, call me.
Thank you, James.
See you around.
Who was at the door?
It was the commissioner. He said the police will be helping us.
Do we really need help anymore? I mean, Dr. Madness is gone, the brawl is over.
He said they searched the bridge. They weren't able to find their bodies.
There's no way Dr. Madness survived, but who's to say Veronica couldn't have either? She has magic, she could have just disappeared.
They should have figured that out, but I guess we'll see. But for now, we can relax.
I guess we should go.
Stay safe, there's a storm coming.
I don't think we should walk home. You have a car?
Yeah, I haven't used it a lot.
Well, maybe now's the perfect time.
Well, looks like we finally get to enjoy our Christmas.
Yeah, I can hardly believe it.
I wish the others were here. Speaking of which, where's Ethan and Betty?
I don't really know. They and Andrea went to Arizona at the end of August. It's like their flight got delayed because of the coronavirus.
Geez, stuck away from home for 4 months?
A part of me blames something else. The coronavirus was eradicated here in May and you only have to wear a mask when you're near hundreds of people.
COVID-19 became really dangerous when fall hit. Many areas were forced back into quarantine phase 1.
I don't know why Veronica couldn't just snap the threats away all those years ago. With her around, things were much easier. Why did we have to take care of it?
I'm kind of annoyed by the two. She was the guardian of Beyond. She just made things harder.
I'm still upset about her death, but I've gotten much over it. I feel like she just wanted everything to fall. It was really stupid to just leave it up to people who don't have magic powers.
It's been a year and we still haven't got anything about her. But I get you. She just let this happen.
Well, let's not get too far. Let's enjoy this Christmas for once.
New decade, new things to do. Was it a meteor?
I think it was.
It looked far, but who knows where it could hit.
I think we should check it out.
Let's go. If there's anybody at the terrier, I sure hope they're okay.
Not a lot of people ski at that side during times like this, but sometimes they do.
Once we get there, we'll see if there were any skiers at the zone.
Well, here we are.
Looks like the snow wasn't a huge problem.
At least no one was hurt, as we can see it right now.
No skiers.
Let's get a closer look at the crater. A meteor has just crashed down in the mid-mountains. As you can see right behind me, there is the crater. There were no injuries or deaths and where the meteor crashed was nothing important. Reporter Miles, signing off.
Looks like it wasn't so bad.
As if we weren't so used to meteors.
When was the last time a meteor crashed in Beyond?
I think it was 2013.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Ron and Hendrik.
Commissioner Callius. Why was I expecting you to be here?
Every incident is the commissioner's responsibility. It's best that they show up whenever they can.
I respect the police rule.
I don't think you two have met yet.
Actually, we have.
I used to work with him back in 2009 when he was a captain. He really gets the job done.
It is good to see you again, Hendrik.
Well, I'm glad I got to be a fighter for this city.
Let's get back to this meteorite, shall we?
So, wasn't there a report about a meteor coming towards Earth?
Yeah, back in August. A meteor was knocked out of its stable orbit in the asteroid belt. Now it's here.
I forgot about that.
So what are we going to do about it?
Well, we'll just give it some time to cool down. Then we will take it back to the city.
Sounds good to me. Whoa.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine. Snow just crumbled apart under my feet. So, what in the world? Ugh? What is?
So it seems things went off without a hitch. I do give out my most sincere apologies for such an unexpected surprise. By now you should be out of these woods, but you still aren't. Not yet. Everyone thinks they're the hero of their own story, the the protagonist is the hero of the story, even when they do messed up things, like a crime that is irredeemable. I've grown to believe that meaning is irrelevant. In the end, who am I to judge a book by its cover when I am not its creator? It's rather the story that gets into your head, don't you think? But what if the story has hidden elements, hidden details? What if things aren't actually the way you think they are? Arthur was always on the furthest steps from every other scientist in the world. He kept his research to himself, but released his finished projects. However, this one released itself. Things didn't go as intended. I'll be leaving you to figure out the rest. I have given you something that I shouldn't have to doubt could get you through it. But do beware. There is a limit. You only have the remains of this day to get your answers, to bring this nightmare to a close. I wish you luck. Do remember my words well. The past 3 years have been quite strange, have they not? I doubt you'll have too much trouble. Until we meet again, Hendrik Smees.
Holy cow. Are you alright?
Ugh.
What the heck just happened? The smoke suddenly turned blue and the meteor exploded in blue.
I don't know, but gosh, I feel like I fell down a pit for 2 hours.
Well, get over here, we'll pull you up.
You kind of look like you saw a ghost.
Honestly, I don't know how to explain it. It felt like the end of Half-Life Alyx.
Half-Life Alyx, huh?
Yeah, when you talk to the G-Man after releasing him, that's what I feel like I saw after the meteor exploded, but everything was blue.
It didn't even look like that. The meteor just exploded, nothing else. It's like time stopped for you.
I think it did. It just explodes in my face. I see these 3 figures that looked like Mike, Carlos and Craig. Then I'm in this blue tunnel and this weirdo speaks to me for about a minute.
That's definitely Half-Life Alyx.
But it wasn't G-Man, it was someone else. Blue skin, blue tuxedo, blue everything. Just in and out of the blue.
You said there were figures that looked like Carlos, Mike and Craig. Do you know why it was like that?
I don't. But hopefully I'll get my answers later.
Things have been quite strange these past years.
Yeah, I feel like that meteor came crashing down for a reason.
Maybe it did. Maybe it's a clue. What if there's still some anti-Christmas activity going on?
Maybe so.
You're awake. What the heck happened in the car?
I honestly have no idea. I think what happened?
The entire crater exploded, then you screamed and passed out. Like you had a flash forward.
I did have a flash forward. The world was on fire, pieces flying into space, explosions. I think the shockwave triggered something in my head.
That's interesting.
There's something about it I don't like.
Maybe just relax, we'll see about it later.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Maybe my brain will give me more information while I'm at it.
A lot of weird stuff has been happening lately.
You are right. He does have the power.
Well, when should we tell them?
Not now, that's for sure. Maybe when he comes back.
What's all this commotion? We come in peace. What the heck? Talking and moving gingerbread men. Well, that's 9/10 correct. And the 1/10? It's a she. How the heck are you two alive?
Chef Cole added his bright red buttercream frosting in our bodies, then he baked us, and we came to life after we cooled down.
He also put a lot of love and effort into us. Okay, So, let me summarize. Love, effort, red buttercream, baking, and cooling down. Bingo. This is incredibly weird.
What's all this commotion?
These two gingerbread people are talking to me.
Wait, what?
My name is the Boos.
And I'm Ivan.
What the actual heck?
Ron can tell you later. You guys are quite famous. We've also been listening to your conversations, including the one you just had.
We know about the meteor, which is why we have come here to talk with you, Hendrik.
To me alone?
Ron can listen to it if he wants to, but we are most specifically here for you since you were the one who had a supernatural explosion in the face.
I think it's important if we both know. We believe it has a part in helping us. That it does. So last year Dr. Madness blew up the Beyond Bridge. He and Veronica the Witch were caught in it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to say it. But
Let me guess, they survived.
yes. Veronica had to be obvious, but there is a little twist.
Dr. Madness somehow captured her. For a year, she had been held captive in his hideout.
There's so much more than that. He is also holding the others captive. Mike, Carlos, Craig, Ethan, Betty, and Andrea. What?
It's hard to believe, but it's true. He is holding almost the entire group prisoner.
I swear to God, if that maniac lays one finger on my family, I will throw him off a cliff like a hateful skeleton.
So, where does the meteor come in?
Ah yes. Almost forgot about that, Hendrik. You possess the great power of Argon.
The what?
The great power of Argon. An ability created by the Roman god Jupiter in 340 to protect Christmas from the biggest threats.
And why did we not hear about this in history?
Because you are the first mortal to have it. Jupiter used it when he created it, but that was it. It was never used again until now.
Back in ancient Rome, a man named Felix Domino had built weapons that people could not fight against. He showed himself to be extremely powerful, so then Jupiter interfered, created the great power of Argon, and stopped him.
No other threats have been as powerful as that, but this one is even more powerful.
So basically, the great power of Argon is only used if there are threats that can't be possibly stopped.
That is correct.
So if that's the case, what could the threat possibly be?
Is something wrong, Hendrik?
I think. I can feel something. The backyard. I can feel something. It's slowly getting bigger. I feel it being ripped open.
Wait. Do you see that?
Yeah, that's it. That's where it's coming from.
It looks like it's growing.
It's getting really big. I feel something big coming on.
Oh boy. I don't like that at all. Oh my gosh. What the heck is that? That's it. That's the threat.
It is.
How could we possibly stop this?
We must go to the source.
What?
This is Dr. Madness's work. It may just look like a storm on the outside, but it's a super weapon and it has to have a source to work.
But
you know why Dr. Madness captured Veronica in the first place? Because she's a witch. She has magic that is capable of powering such a deadly force.
You genius.
I feel like it had to be obvious.
Well, I guess this time it'll be over.
Yeah. All we have to do is take on Dr. Madness, rescue the others, neutralize the storm, and it will all be finally over.
I worry it won't be as easy as that.
It won't, but I expect we'll get out of it. We always have.
We've defeated them before, but we've never dealt with this.
Well, that's where the great power of Argon comes in.
Yeah. I guess so.
You seem nervous.
It's just. He's holding everybody else captive. Our friends, my family. Ethan and Betty are too young to be involved in this. If we don't,
I promise you, Ron, he won't have any place to hide from us.
we better get them out safe. They don't deserve this at all.
Well, we can't do it alone. We'll need some help.
Oh yeah. That reminds me. A certain cop gave me their number last year.
Commissioner Kali is speaking.
Hey James, it's Ron.
Ah, I see you've decided to put that card into some use. I assume it's something about the tornado?
Yeah. And the meteor too.
The meteor has something to deal with the storm?
Yeah. I think when it exploded in Hendrik's face it gave him a supernatural power. Apparently some ancient Roman ability called the Great Power of Argon.
If it weren't for the storm I would have called you crazy. Speaking of which, where does the storm come in?
We know how to neutralize it.
Really? How?
Dr. Madness and Veronica survived the explosion, and he is holding her captive. Hendrik believes that she is being used to power the storm.
So basically, we need to destroy the source.
Yep. But there is more. He has hostages.
Hostages? Who?
All of our friends, and my wife and children.
I'm guessing you want some help. That we can do. The storm looks like it's coming from the old Saintwood Cemetery.
It's likely that's where Dr. Madness has been hiding, all this time.
Well, then it's time to put it to an end. When do you want us to deploy to the cemetery?
Let's give it an hour, maybe half. We'll need to prepare for this final battle.
That sounds good.
That does seem a little strange. You're going to just let him hold everyone else prisoner.
I'm not proud of that. But the VPD needs time to prepare, they're busy every day.
After the meteor exploded I saw Mike, Carlos and Craig, and I think that's because they're also being used to power up the storm.
You said that before, and I guess that probably is. I think he also captured my family to test what I care about more.
They are your family, and family always comes first.
Of course I care about them. If anybody dared hurt them they would have no place to hide from me and there wouldn't be anything remaining of them.
Well, I guess we should get ready. It's not going to be an easy battle.
Yeah. There has been panic throughout the past hour as the mysterious red tornado appears only twirling in one spot. The commissioner says he will be solving the case and figuring out what is causing such a thing to happen. As you can see behind the Legacy neighborhood, there is a peak of the storm. It's believed that the storm is coming from the old Saintwood Cemetery, which is likely since the cemetery is indeed towards that direction. There are however some beliefs that the meteor that came crashing down in the Mate Mountains has some sort of connection to the red storm. Hopefully it won't be too long before our questions are answered. Reporter Miles, signing off. It looks like the sky is slowly turning red.
The storm is slowly taking over. Once it has covered the whole world, it'll destroy it.
Well, let's not wait for that.
The door is locked. There must be a button somewhere that'll open it.
Well, I expect it's somewhere in here. Search every inch of the room. Think of it as a puzzle.
Let's move in.
Now there's the face I wanted to see.
Drop the gun right now.
My family.
I request you lower yours. I'm the one holding hostages here. Try anything more, people are going to die.
Get that gun away from Andrea, you puppet of a tyrant.
I only wish to speak with Hendrik, nothing more. Who are you? How do you know my name? Oh, that's right, I changed my look, after you left me for dead on the Arni Mountains. It's you. Now we're even, leaving each other for dead. Before things get out of hand, allow me to tell you that by the end of today the final gift will be opened and the entire planet will become trillions of rock and dust, all in a second. There is no way you can stop it, but Dr. Madness and I would rather you spent your final moments with the people you love. If you want that for on, I suggest you follow my directions or else things will get out of hand.
You've got no way out of this, Henry. We have you 6-1.
Drop the gun and get on your knees or we will open fire.
Actually, now I'm thinking something else. What was the point of this if you're just going to try neutralizing the final gift anyway?
Wait.
Wait. Please don't.
They are all yours.
Oh, thank gosh.
Go ahead, move along, back to the father.
Something's not right. I don't like how he gave them up so easily.
Me neither. I surrender.
Hey. It's okay. I'm here.
Now, come over here, with your hands behind your back.
Odd.
Dad, no.
What? What did you just do?
I don't know.
Dad? Dad, please. Wake up.
Dad, don't leave us, we need you.
Please. Don't leave us.
I'm sorry, kids, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid he's gone.
No. No, he isn't.
What did you do? What did you do to Andrea? I may have implanted a bomb in her belly.
Hendrik, please, that's enough.
Just end it. Now.
Please, just let me go.
Hendrik, please, we need to get moving.
Please, please no more. I'm begging you, just let me go. Now I'm ready.
We'll worry about this later. Right now we've still got a storm to neutralize.
I'll go search for it.
Captain, Sergeant, you take care of the bodies. I'll take the kids to my car.
Affirmative.
We'll catch up whenever we can, Hendrik.
Looks like I'm getting close. Whoa. But wait, where's Dr. Madness?
Are you done trying to shoot this helmet off? Quite a year this was for everybody. Wasn't it? First there's the pandemic. Then the racist cops, the politics. And then there's this. 2020 was terrible enough that it ruined many lives. 2020 was terrible enough that there's no hope for it. My final gift to this world is precisely a way of showing how worse such a year could get.
You've already done bad things, but that's going to end right here.
When my final gift takes over the planet and destroys it, you will all be dead for sure. But not me. I am going to be just fine.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of a bullet to the head.
Villains and their monologues. Such a complete waste of time.
Let's take care of the final gift, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
That tube on the bottom, that's got to be Veronica.
So how do we get her out?
That control panel probably has some use for it. You've opened the secondary pods.
Dr. Madness was kind enough to leave a command list.
You got them out.
It's quite easier than I was expecting. That kind of makes me worried.
Yeah, I get you. Something just doesn't feel right.
I'm almost finished. Just give me a few more seconds. Arg.
What? That's not possible. He shot you in the head.
I said I would survive the final gift for a reason. I've been waiting to tell you and your friends this. It's a shame Ron didn't get the chance to be here.
Tell us what? No, it can't be. Mr. Skull.
Indeed it is.
This can't be possible. You're dead.
Did you really think that a fall would kill a skeleton?
Wait, you were Dr. Madness this whole time.
Impressive guess. You know what his real name is?
Arthur Dawns. He went crazy about Christmas and created you to put a stop to it.
He was well known for his inventions. But that story isn't true. I am the skeleton of the caveman Raucus, who died hours after the rescue of Nara. Dr. Dawns found the skeleton and decided to try bringing it to life. But there was something unexpected that happened. Have you ever watched the movie 9?
It would be. It shouldn't be doing that.
That's how I was born. A part of his soul was transferred to me. I had been playing as myself and him since the very beginning. Not even my creations knew the truth. You really were quite stupid enough to believe I was dead.
I didn't fully believe that a living skeleton could die. You're not even really alive.
You're quite a thinker.
I'm not sure if I would go that far into it.
And I'm not sure why we're wasting time talking.
Me neither.
So the legends are true. The great power of Argon is actually a thing.
Tell me, how did you capture Veronica?
Show not tell.
How can you do that?
Let's just get this over with.
Ah.
No, she got out.
You had a chance to kill me, could have used.
Well, this isn't good.
Throw him in the core.
That was the idea.
Wait, no 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 no.
Shoot the lightning into the ceiling part after I throw him in.
Don't you dare.
I'll take my Carlos and Craig. You and the cops get out of here before it blows.
Looks like we stopped it in the nick of time.
Let's not stop now. This whole place is going to blow up in less than 2 minutes.
Right behind you. Until I get to my car.
I still can't believe they're gone.
I'm so sorry you were brought into this mess. You deserve better, and I swear with all of my heart, I would give my life to protect you both. It's what they would want.
Thank you. We're both thankful to have known someone like you.
Well, I'm glad I got to know people like you and your parents.
Who is that?
I'll get it. You guys eat.
Thank you for taking care of them.